What's up guys, it's Eric here. Today we are VOD reviewing a game from Joe Bookmark himself, the inventor, I would say, of the Caitlyn tech that we talked about in a previous video. Finally, this guy's streaming. He was like traveling or some BS on vacation, I don't even know. So he couldn't stream, but he just got back, so he's been streaming recently. He might even be live as this video goes live, so go check the link in the description for his Twitch. He's a beast. He has been climbing infinite. You can't see his LP because I hit it with my head, but he's at like 1300 LP, maybe even higher is the posting of this video. His stream title says he's ranked 17 North America. So let's see how one of the best players in North America by rank does with a pretty unconventional strat, which is this Caitlyn legend that I talked about, ideally playing for Stars is Born. He also even plays the Prismatic Caitlyn Augment, which I don't know, maybe we can look at another day. So I mean, first of all, you'll see he literally takes Stars is Born above like literally everything. Like he doesn't even roll here to look at other options. He actually thinks like Stars is Born is like one of the best, like maybe the best gold augment in the game. I asked him about it. He says in his opinion, like because stats don't exist, right? Also, I realize I'm giving you guys the seagull sounds. Let me get out of my client there. He says in his head this augment average is like a 3.6, because we don't have real stats. Something really interesting here actually is he makes the set too here. He really values set, like he thinks it's just kind of a broken unit, and I mean I would agree with him for sure. But it's interesting because like he wants to play the Sork opener with this setup, right? He has a jeweled gauntlet, which is like the only slam in this situation that makes any sense. He gets like a Malzahar too, so he has a Sork opener. Ideally, you would want maybe like a Cassidon 2 or like a Swain 2 to play this opener, but he just makes the set like a beast, and then is going to play this board. Set, I can actually put in the description. Yeah, he made like a Google Doc on how to play this comp. So I'll also, or it's not really even a comp, it's more like this play style. But in the Google Doc, he has like a tier list of 2 costs and a tier list of 1 costs. He really rates Malzahar highly, which I completely agree with. This unit is broken, and he rates Set very highly as well, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, the most interesting thing, I watched like just the first part of this game, and I was already surprised by him like taking the set. But I mean, he needed 2-star frontline. Like obviously, in an ideal world, this would like just be a Swain or even like a Cassidon. I wonder if you would prefer probably would prefer Cassidon here just because it fits so much easier into the comp. You could get like Cho in over this and then just have Void in, and then you have two-star Void units, so your Void Remmer is a little bigger. But yeah, I don't know. This is pretty interesting. One thing I will say is that he does really value 2-star his 2 cost to be a frontliner, so he doesn't really like picking up stuff like Ashe or Talia or Teemo, just because early game frontline is kind of broken. Just usually having a 2-star set will absolutely carry you in the early game. There's a Tarek, which is a really nice addition. So he could double level here and still make money. I'm curious to see what he does here. Yeah, I mean, you could also do this. You can make 20 here. So I guess the question now is like, you want to double level for an Orianna? I would scout. You definitely don't have to. It looks like he's not interested at all in playing like super aggro tempo. He just wants to make the 20. Because one of the other things about this comp, and or I keep saying comp, but it's not even a comp. Like this legend and this way of playing the game. One of the best things is that not only do you get a strong early game, right? He is on a 2 streak, maybe a 3 streak. Yeah, definitely a 3 streak here. So like he gets a 3 streak, and he also gets the econ, right? He's making 20 at 2-3 level 4. Can't quite pre-level, but I mean, he's like 1 gold off being able to pre-level if he sold his entire bench. Um, so like that, I think is the core of like why this is kind of broken. Looks like he's looking at like redemption. I mean, it could be like protectors +1, but I mean, you do want, I think, ideally to finish an item on set here. I mean, I don't even hate the one that's also just Gargoyle, but yeah, he's gonna grab this. I wonder, so he can slam Redemption, he can slam Sunfire, he can slam Protectors. Probably just Sunfire here and then hold on to the tier. Seems really solid. You can level for Cho here, gets Void in. This looks really good. Yeah, just put your Void Rimmer in the bottom right. It's so weird. I think the Void Rimmer should just like default to frontline, but all good. And yeah, he's gonna make the Sunfire and then slam tier here. So makes a ton of sense. Gets an item for set, strong early game item. My only thing is I don't love Sunfire in this comp, but I mean I think it's really good early, and if you can win streak, then you'll be fine. Also, I mean, I guess we don't necessarily know what comp he's playing. I'm thinking of like a Sork angle from here because you have Sorks, you have Void, you have a Malzahar item holding, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could always be like these items can go on Azir, but I don't love Azir. These items can go on Kai'Sa, but I don't love Kai'Sa. So like ideally it'd be a Sork angle. But yeah, 4 streak here, making 20 next round. He's going to easily be able to make 30. And I mean, this is the stars is born, stars are born game. He naturals in his ear here, which is pretty interesting. You can't really fit it though, right? I mean, you can just hold it and make gold, and then sort of lean a bit more towards the Azir angle. But yeah, it's like you can't fit it on your current board. It's not even that good on level 6, right? Yeah, it's kind of interesting because the Azir's gonna like burn a hole in your pocket a little bit if you just hold it forever. I mean, this round it's not stopping you from making econ. But I'm curious to see what he does with this Azir. Fight's an incredibly weak lost streaking board, so we are gifted a free 5 streak, don't even have to fight for it, and boom, it's just 5 streak. He's the only person in the lobby 5 streaking. I think this is just what this comp does so much is that you just get a free 5 streak, because a lot of people are either like playing for lost streak or they're not playing incredibly strong boards. Oh, Swain's amazing. And then like once you're gifted that, I mean the game just starts to become easy. Swain over set. I mean, I don't but I mean, like four Sorks is definitely good. You even see this. Though he's like, I think Joe organizes his bench in a similar way to me. Like left is hold units, right is sell. Like he's even looking at like, okay, if I get like gold here, I'm completely fine with selling this as here. It's a 3 cost dupe, which is nice. It's a Tark, which is nice. You can't. I mean, you could sell the Ori. Okay, he's gonna sell the Ori. You don't need Ori as long as you he needs to hit like Vel'Koz or like Hyrule Lux if he wants to get 4 Sorkin. He also have infinite pairs. Like I'm completely fine with leveling and rolling here a bit. He in his little thing, he says that you don't really need to like roll much at 3-2 in this comp just because of like the stabilization that having like a set 2 and a Malzahar 2 provides you. Um and yeah, he's not gonna roll at all here. This guy, man, this is like it's definitely greedy, but I mean he scouted, and I guess has determined that he doesn't need to roll at all to win this fight. But yeah, he doesn't even use duplicator either, right? He could like make a Tark 2 or something, but he just greeds it like a beast. And I mean, as long as he wins, is all good. And like I mean, you see the work that set two is putting in here. So yeah, like I don't know. I mean, this definitely seems like a spot where I would be interested in rolling. You have Caston pair, you have Swain pair. If you hit ooh, I mean, Young Bell and Free is just broken in this situation, so we'd always take that. But yeah, he naturals the Taric, which is really nice. Um, Now you have Teemo pair as well that you could. But I mean, at this point, now that you have Taric too, I would probably just like dupe my Kassadin and just chill. Yeah, like you don't really need to. You don't need Teemo too. It's good and all, but it's not whatever. It's like not the end of the world. The big thing is that you already have Taric too. So like that's one less unit you need dupe for. He's scouting, and I mean, that level 5 board doesn't look that insanely strong. I think maybe he's gonna make. Okay, okay. Yeah, he's making the call here that he doesn't even need to do. Okay, so he's gonna fight D-Pace level 6 board. If anyone, I mean, this board should be fine for him. It's just really like Eternal Winter's very annoying. But I mean, this mouse with these items carries so hard, and just just a set two with no synergies in a threat set is doing work. Oh, so okay, this is interesting because like I already really would take a big divergence from his play here, in that like I would have really been tempted to roll, but like he goes so far and it's just like I'm not gonna roll at all. Which I mean, I'll say I've said many times when I like coach lower elo players, which obviously Joe is higher elo than me. But when I coach people in lower elo, I'm like I would roll in this position, but oh, is he gonna send it? You gonna level here? Level for Teemo? You can this is something you can do in this comp a lot, is just level to 7 at 3 3 if you full streak, because you get to you just get so much gold. And I mean, strategist is really strong in this board, and he even sells the team out to make 30. I like this a lot, yeah, because like you still make 30 here, so you're paying 2 gold basically to get another unit in, have a really good shot of continuing your win streak. Like if you lose your streak here, it's worth way more. Oh, hit Jungle and free, and he was just trying to figure out what he wanted there. Grabs a Vel'Koz with tier plus belt. I mean, I think he's just taking this for the Vel'Koz. And now he can get like 4 Sorkin. I mean, Vel'Koz like completes this board because you get this in, you get multicaster in as well. At this point, you can probably cut the set. He just naturals cast in like a beast. Also naturals a Belveth, which is interesting. I mean, I guess that can come in over the Cho. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. I like just putting Tark in the middle and putting these on Tark. I'm curious to see what he does with these items. He got Teemo, really? Really? And he's going to play 5 Void here. Yeah, he does put the items here and just finishes the 4 Redemption. Okay. Now he's playing 5 Void. What an interesting board. Not 6 Void yet. It doesn't have the Hyrule Kaiso or like the Hyrule like Void +1. But yeah, he has the Belveth. And maybe this becomes a more like vertical Void game? Oh, this is pretty sick. I mean, this is what's really fun and cool about like playing this this type of playstyle with Caitlyn is that it just opens you up to playing everything. Like it is the exact. Oh my god, a Rise. Okay, you can get that over. I still like over. Oh, you can get Shen plus Rise in like a beast. It's also Shreem and Rise. Wait, this is so nuts. Stream Rise is so good early because he can farm you extra gold and he's just gonna buy time for your board. But wow. Okay, and I know there's already someone who's gonna complain in the comments. And it's like, oh, he just high rolled this game. He hit 2-5 costs. Like, shut up, man. Like, I don't know. He played a very solid early game. Figuring out how to actually like fit these units on the board, I think is like really interesting as well. Like trying to put together your strongest board. Like that last board that he played with 5 Void, I think was really cool. And then you know, like getting into this board with Rise and with the Taric, or not Taric, but with the Shen, like this is cool TFT. If you see this play and you say, "Oh man, I never high roll," then you're bad at the game. No, okay, I'm done. I'm done. But yeah, 100 gold, 100 streaking, 55 gold. The other thing that this type of like play style, this type of setup allows you to do is very frequently go fast level 8 on 4-2. That's just a Zzeroth's portal in my opinion. I think Zzeroth is very solid. He's not going to go, ooh, he's going to go 8 on 4-1. Oh my god. I mean, he still gets to make 30. My god, he's rich. Oh, RFC. Oh. I mean, yeah, RFC a very solid Belveth item. It's like not as needed in this patch because they made it so she doesn't like bug out and keep slapping the same unit forever, but still a very solid item. So it's RFC Belveth. Interesting. See, like stuff like that, like making the RFC. Like I'm sort of stuck in the mindset of, oh, I'm gonna be playing for Sorks this game. Like Zzeroth's really high value, but I mean, like honestly, on this board, Zzeroth is pretty low value because he already has the Taric. Like, you know, he's thinking of these items in just very like I don't know, fundamentally sound ways, right? You know, Zzeroth actually is pretty low value on this board, even though normally it's good on Sworks. I think Contagion is solid. I mean, Magic Wand's not even bad. Comet Caster's not even bad. Yeah, I would probably just go Contagion, though. Okay, it's a Lux here. Gets to make Swain, too, with the dupe. Oh my god, that's so much gold. Can you actually fit Lux on this board? I mean, theoretically, you can cut Mal's. Um, you can also just cut this guy. Yeah, that's what you have to do, right? And you're still playing 3 Void, like a beast. And he's actually probably just going fast 9 from this spot, right? He didn't even have to roll at all on 8 because he's just put together a really sick board. I mean, these are the most beautiful games of TFT to me. The ones where you just like, you take all of the sort of pieces that you get and put them together and build like an insane board. And like, he's still carrying a mouse one, but I mean, he's still 100 HP, just being a beast, and he didn't have to roll at all. And look, he's still winning this fight, and he just, oh my god, that Rise Gold. You sell this here? Yeah, I'm kind of down because we're going fast 9. This game, ideally, we're just gonna play around like Ari probably. Just slap these items, these mouse items onto Ari, and then we are like hard chilling. But yeah, I mean, what a perfect game to illustrate. Yeah, he's actually just trying to like team build like how many 5 costs can I fit onto this board? Play all these. No Scion? No Scion for real? I mean, you want to get Oh, he's thinking more like Vertical Invoker. Interesting. You want to usually get Ionia in for Ari, like Ari plus Shen plus 1. Can be Karma. I think he had that on his board there. Ari plus Shen plus Karma. Just because her Ionia bonus helps her cast. Very straightforward, but yeah. Um, yeah, I mean that's sort of like the basis of the board. And then he's gonna be playing Rise. So yeah, he might as well fit in 4 Invoker with something like Lissandra. Um, could have taken Rise. He's gonna take Belveth pair. There's also Belveth pair. There's Rise pair and Belveth pair. Belveth pair is like bow plus Warmogs, I think, right? Um, oh no, it was not. It's glove, right? He can't make another Sunfire. It's a little sad. There's actually, unless he wants to make Guardbreaker here, there's not much to be slammed. Guardbreaker's not terrible. I'm curious to see if he's interested. Oh my god, now he has Rise pair as well. He does make the Guardbreaker. Okay. I mean, it's a very solid item, so I can see it, especially when you're on such a streak. So yeah, now he has Rise pair, he has Belveth pair, and now he's just playing to go fast 9 like a beast. And okay, the other thing to like note about this gameplay, if you're in like gold and you're like you know, I'm better than this guy. I mean, look, I maybe I'm being you know, giving too much credence to stupid YouTube comments because whenever I see one that says, "Wow, this wasn't impressive at all," I'm like, "You stink." But also like the fact that he's 100 streaking at this elo at 1300 LP. Like look at his lobby. Soju just went 8th. We have Deepay, Degree, and Nico. Like Davidas, who's another very solid player. Like I mean, just his ability to actually play this style in this lobby of all lobbies is insane to me. But he just puts together a really, really beautiful board, slams really good items, and we're gonna see what the level 9 transition looks like. Maybe 5-2ing it? Probably 5-2ing it, right? I don't think like he's probably gonna start losing rounds soon. Like he lost that last run. I wouldn't be surprised if he loses around here. I mean, Nico's board's pretty solid, but Nico doesn't actually have he doesn't actually have whatchamacallits, stat 3. So yeah, yeah, it's still a very solid board with Talia 3 though. But yeah, like we lose this fight, we lost the last fight. We're probably gonna lose the next fight. So you just 5 to it. You'll still have, I mean, once you sell this stuff, like near 50-ish gold. He's gonna move items to Lux for now. I guess that's like Lux is just a very straightforward stand-in for Ari, right? Like it's still not like you're gonna play Lux on your late game board because she's gonna have 0 items. Gets another bow here, could be Titan's Belveth. Honestly, I don't itemize Belvet that much. I.e. Titans, Edge of Night, Last Whisper. Edge of Night, oh my god, and he just hits Senna 2 like a beast. Is it Edge of Night, Last Whisper? I don't know how good Titans is on this unit. Um, or I.E. Titans. A Titans? Yeah, I like Edge of Night, Last Whisper here, I think. But I'm really not that experienced playing around this Belveth unit. Okay, so yeah, he goes Edge of Night, Last Whisper. I guess like you already have the RFC, which like in some ways is like you don't need Edge of Night as much, but in other ways, like you don't really need Titans as much either, because like it's not like she's taking a bunch of aggro. So that's actually a really interesting decision there, like which you would build. Um, so yeah, but yeah, okay. So we're gonna 5 to it. We have like 50 gold basically, maybe like 40 gold to roll. But we have some stuff on board that we need to sell. Yeah, 45 gold to roll here, but we have stuff to sell. Another Senna. There's Atrox who's always gonna come in here. Heimerdinger who's really good, though we are gonna have to pay for his upgrades, which are a little pricey here. The big issue now is like having a front line. Oh, and we hit the Ari, which is huge. He is gonna get Shrinko here. He has no Marsh. Wait, no, he has Ionic actually. He has Ionic and Last Whisper. Um, so yeah, I'm curious to see what upgrades he actually goes for here. Because I don't know, Heimer it's usually like Shrinko Mechano or Shrinko Mechano in the new patch. I've seen a lot of people go that because now like Shrinko 1 to Shrinko 2 is only a 10% increase in shred. It's like 40 to 50, which is like not huge. But he already has the stuff. I mean, he could go triple Shrinko, but then like you don't spread it as well. Um, so he's actually like trying to team builder in real time, because like this board's actually kind of hard to figure out. Oh, it's Goldenator like a beast. Goldenator Shrinko, Goldenator Mechano. I like it. Getting it Soraka in here as an invoker, and yes, for invoker here. Holy, this looks. This is the sketchiest front line of all time. But I mean, you have the Belveth as like pseudo front line. You have the Senna who's gonna make your board tanker. Wait, didn't we just fight an eco? We actually just rotated into him just like as frequently as we possibly could. I mean, it's not the worst matchup because we have Edge of Night onto Belveth, but still like without some kind of real front line, it's hard for this board to win this fight, I would say. Okay, that's Ari2 with a Hodge. Yoink. I will absolutely take that. Man, Young Malden Free is so good. This augment from a win streak position is just so gross. I mean, now he is not not hard chilling yet. He needs frontline, but once he hits like some kind of frontline, he is hard chilling. There's Gwen here. It's interesting to try to figure out like you can fit in the Gwen Aatrox for sure. Yeah, and he's just gonna cut out the Invoker now. And is this the board? How bad is it to cut like? Oh, that's really good. And now we have Heimer pair. I was thinking about. Oh, honestly. Cutting Rise for Karma. He decides against it at the end, so he's not going to play Ionia. I mean, if you already have the Shojin, and like Rise's ability is way better than Karma's. But obviously Ionia's not bad. Um, it's yeah. I mean, I think with Shojin, you're probably fine, but no, it's interesting to think about for sure. He finally hits a Scion here, but I guess like the big question is like, what would you put Scion in like over on this board? Like the only thing I can think of is like Taric, but are you really dropping Bastion and Sork? If you had Scion too, probably. I mean, Sork is nice, Bastion is nice, but not as good as a Scion too, I would think. But I don't know. We'll see what his board ends up looking like. Like, I'm curious, does he hold the Scion? Does he like try to lock for it? I mean, he's pretty rich. Or well, I mean, he's not rich at all, but he's rich in like the fact that he's level 9. So like, he is going to live another 2 rounds for sure. So it's like, he is going to get to minions where he can actually roll a bit. So curious if he does lock for this. Looks like he is not going to lock for it. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, I could see it for sure. I mean, if you hit Shen 2 plus Gwen 2, and especially like Atrox 2, you might have enough frontline on its own. And it looks like he values the Sork a good bit with just keeping Taric in, right? And yeah, I mean, Sork and Bastion are obviously very solid synergies here. The question is just like on unit quality. But yeah, he doesn't have the Scion. Yeah, I mean, I just like more tankiness here. Gargoyle is fine. Um, okay, and now we're just gonna roll here. We hit Heimer 2, we hit everything actually. Okay, huge. The only thing we still haven't hit is our front line yet. I mean, Aatrox is like kind of front line, but also kind of not. Um, but yeah, we like Shen 2 is like a big upgrade. But I mean, we are playing like a full legendary board. We should beat most people, and Nico is still very healthy. But we have upgraded our board significantly since the last time we fought a Nico. So curious to see how this fight ends up going. Oh my god, he's still like actually like one shot a lot of our units. Oh my god, it's actually so close. Can Senna finish the board? Oh my god, it can with the Goldinator from the turret. The turret actually popped off with Goldinator there. That's actually crazy. We should roll down to like 5 gold probably. Elvith what a beast! I mean, there's no way he has enough gold and enough time to hit Belveth this game, but I like it. I guess maybe the idea is play two Belveths. I'm not sure. This is interesting though. But yeah, I mean, this board is just like a very very pretty like 5 cost play everything board. Um, just play what you hit. Play around Ari because she's like kind of a broken unit. Belveth is also a very strong unit if you get some items on her. He is wrong side for this Warwick, which means his Ari doesn't get a cast off, which hurts. I don't know if Belveth can finish off the Warwick. We'll see here. The slaps come out. Is it enough? Oh my god, it just barely is. What a beast. And he beats Degree. So now it's just him and Aniko. Aniko with this Talia board finds another Heimer, finds another Atrox. But I mean, really, you just keep rolling here. Rise 2 is huge because that, in some ways, is frontline. He's already thinking about removing these items here and moving them where to. Oh, interesting. So full tank items on the Atrox, and then Ionic Spark on Gwen. Pretty interesting. I mean, he's also hot on the Atrox, but yeah, move the tank items over there. I mean, he's probably tankier than Tarek, and you still have a. I mean, honestly, he almost got one shot there, so I don't know. But also like then he's gonna resurrect with these items if he resurrects. Like it seems very solid. Oh my god, look at all the loot that this Rise is farming. He holds another Rise in case he can hit Rise 3. You know what I'd love here is like a Zerot's portal that doesn't seem to exist. You take Juggernaut Spat. He's gonna go for GS, it looks like. We don't have a Juggernaut in, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about just like Juggernauting Shen, and then you also get Juggernaut value on your Atrox. But he's gonna go GS for um he's gonna go GS for Aatrox. Okay. So now we can remove even more tank items there. Move the items to Shen finally. Okay, I like it. So yeah, more damage items onto Aatrox too, as opposed to like making your Shen slightly tankier. Okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. This will maybe be the last fight if Joe wins this one, and it seems like Nico's board was strong, but not strong enough to beat just total 5 cost soup. So I think that's gonna be. Oh no, one more fight. Also, we can't pick up this chest for some reason. Not sure why. But I mean, there's literally nothing to roll for at this point. He can look for I don't know, Gwen 3. Nico's not looking for any kind of like 3-star 4 cost or anything. So this should be it. Should be the final fight. I would be quite surprised if Nico can pull out a win against this board. But I mean, I don't want to curse Joe or anything like that. Also important. I mean, slightly important to keep Ionic. I mean, not really. Like you can put Ionic kind of same side as Ari, but I mean, she's gonna ult the entire board anyway. Do you know she doesn't ult like the far corner on opposite side of her? Like if this Talia hadn't walked up, like she wouldn't end up getting hit, the far right Talia. But I don't know. Interesting thing that I noticed the other day. But yeah, crazy game from Joe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, all my links are down below. All of his links will be down below. Go check out his stream. He's been streaming more recently. He's an absolute beast. Learn how to play Caitlyn Legend. This is it's broken. You saw what happened there. Yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Bye.